Even when you walk up to her in a bar subconsciously, she don't even know that she's saying it. What value do you add into my life? Even if it just comes from her having a good time sexually. She's saying within herself, what value is this man adding to my life? And then they started to get a little bit wiser and smarter, even to their own demise. They started slotting dudes differently. They said, okay, I'm going to label him food because he brings value to my belly. I'm going to label him sex because he brings value to my vagina. I'm going to label him tuition because he's going to pay and I ain't even got to do nothing for him. He just looking to have a good time and he just happy to have me in my presence. And then I'm going to label him simp because that's the guy that I'm going to call when I get done getting the train ran on me in order to make sure that he saved me and my 7 kids from all of the 7 different baby daddies that then came along. Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to get food to feed me. I'm going to get this simp over here, this other simp, before I get to the other simp. I'm going to get tuition to make sure that he give me that cash for that BBL. And then we gon' rebrand ourselves, lady. We gonna say it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. No, it's still tricking, dog. It's still tricking, homie. It's still tricking. I don't know who told you that it's not tricking if you got it. When did the terms and the definitions change just because of the qualifications? Did the terms change because the qualifications is different? Oh, so he qualifies, so it ain't tricking for him. I'm gonna be reading that super chat shortly. I appreciate you. It's an act of war. So in acts of war, you have to revolt. The only way that you can show, the only way that you're ever going to get anything done, it's not by protesting. Protesting has never meant anything in any situation whatsoever. You know what it's done? You know what protesting has did? It showed how weak most people were. It's a fact. And so at some point, you got to stop asking for forgiveness and you got to start being on the offensive. And the main way that you're going to be on the offensive. Now, I understand that every guy is not going to get it because there's always going to be a simp out there to pick up the pieces. It's always going to be a demographic of men that can't think past whatever it is that they dick is feeling at that particular time. They can't overcome it. And so they controlled by what's inside of their pants instead of what's on top of their head, not understanding that you're going to get way more. A whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother game. I'm not going to go down that path, right? But for the guys that know and the guys that get it, the dudes that hear my voice, right? He said, y'all gonna know he gonna know his voice. Your flock is gonna know your voice when you come to him, right? Right? You gonna know your voice. And so as a result, the dudes that get it, you're gonna have to step back from it. You're gonna have to step back from it. And the only way you ever gonna get results is if you said, I'm not participating in the game no more. I'm not playing the game no more. And so this is how you play the game. Nope. I'm not going to marry you. Nope. I'm not going to have kids with you. Nope. I'm not giving you nothing. I pay you to leave. I don't pay you to stay. Yep. And I don't want any women to complain about this because until y'all start holding each other accountable, until you start advocating for updates in the family court laws, listen, before you ever even advocate for anything, you will do more for black men if you updated family court laws. Reparations ain't got shit on family court laws. You will do more to fix America, to fix your communities, the minute that you start advocating for and requiring policy changes when it comes to these family court laws. Until you completely dismantle the child support system and y'all sitting here talking about defund the police, you ain't defunding that family court. You ain't defunding the thing that you should be defunding. You ain't addressing the thing that's going to directly affect your family lineage. You keep talking about generational wealth. You destroy it because all of the money go to the family court. Shout out to you. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. I appreciate you, electrician. Y'all don't want to have it. Y'all don't want to really get things done, though. And so until men decide to remove the power from the hands of the oppressor, which is The person that you probably laying next to. It's people in this chat right now or watching this live stream right now. And you know what the most unfortunate part about it is? 1 year from now, mark my words. Matter of fact, save this live stream. 1 year from now, the person that you probably laying next to right now, you watching this with headphones on, hoping that they don't hear it, they're going to turn on you. You got a better chance at dying by her hands than you do in a car accident. They might turn on you. Why would you take the chance? You seen what they did to Kevin Costner. You seen what they did to Tyrese. You see what they doing to these dudes all the time. They crashing out. And if you don't make that payment, guess what? Don't collect $200. Don't go to community chest. Don't buy B&O Railroad. You go straight to jail. Straight to jail. And here's the cherry on top. I'm going to give you the cherry on top. Shout out to my lovely wife for continuing to give me these pills and this tea and this good water. She might be the last of a dying breed, big dog. Here's the caveat. Here's the cherry on top. This is what they told you. In order to throw salt in your wounds, this is what they told you. They told you, y'all listening to them simps that's capitalizing off of these women's pain on tonight's conversation, and y'all listening to these old school simps that didn't put y'all in this predicament in the first place, and you seen your uncle and your father, and you grew up and you learned the truth about what happened in your own family, and you know what you did? You ignored it, and you tried to go down the same path, and they keep telling y'all that body count don't matter. They threw salt in your wounds and said body count don't matter. I agreed with Dr. Umar Johnson today when I seen the video that he dropped. Very rarely do me and Dr. Umar Johnson see eye to eye. But he said something within these last few days that I reviewed on the Millionaire Morning Show that I thought was profound. And he broke it down, and he was 100% right. I got to get credit where credit is due. He said, you know what? It's spirits and the people that you let inside you. It's trauma that is inflicted in between your legs every single time you open it up to somebody that's not supposed to be there. It's a rearrangement of your body, of its inherent makeup and the structure of what it's supposed to be every single time that you have a child by somebody that you're not even supposed to have a child with.